There have been 14 mass school shootings since the 1999 massacre at Columbine. In the hours after the shooting at Uvalde, the Bloomington School's Director of Emergency Management has been in communications with educators there. And Rick Kaufman is in a position to understand. He's a survivor of the Columbine massacre 23 years ago. He was Columbine's communications director, and he promised parents there that he would dedicate his professional life to making all of our schools safer. I spoke to Rick Kaufman earlier this morning. Take a look. And joining us right now is Rick Kaufman, the Director of Emergency Management for the Bloomington Schools. Thanks so much for coming on.
My pleasure.
All right. Let me ask you, when you first heard about the shooting in Uvalde, what went through your mind?
Here we go again, replaced by the shock, the pain. I think the more the afternoon went along and we learned how egregious the attack was and the number of students and staff members that were murdered, it replicated Sandy Hook Elementary School. And so that was a very painful point in all of our lives. And so seeing those images, hearing that, brought back a lot of memories, obviously, for victims and others that have experienced these types of incidents. And certainly for those of us that have responded to not only on site, but as we work with school districts to continue to struggle with this.
Let me ask you this. Your job is to protect kids here, protect specifically the kids in Bloomington. I know you're studying what happened in Uvalde. What are your takeaways from that, and how much work goes into making sure that there's an emergency plan for schools like Bloomington and every school across the region?
Well, first of all, most school districts, we've improved. Schools are still, hard to say this week, but schools are still very safe place for students and staff. We have made significant changes, both in physical structures, to systems, to training, to responses, to intervention and mitigation programs, to risk assessment, to prevent these incidents from occurring. And then should they occur, how do we minimize the loss of life and damage? So we will learn a lot, and we will put in new systems or revise. But it's also not just schools, as we're seeing in Uvalde. It's a part of a police response. It's a part of, we have to peel those layers to really look at it. And then we have to go back. How do we prevent these things from happening? Why is it that young white men with these sort of the male grievance culture have easy access to weapons,
Well, Rick, if I could just ask you about that, because I think you've hit on something that doesn't get a lot of attention. What is it about these young men? You're in a school system right now. Is more attention being directed at young men that may exhibit these kinds of signs of problems? And how much can you really monitor the social media?
We do our best, as do most school districts. There's obviously ways to do that. We certainly can monitor, and we really rely on others to share. If you see something, say something. That's the most important thing, because if we don't know, how can we react or respond?
And are kids reporting other kids in your school district?
They absolutely are. And actually,
that's great.
On Friday, we saw in Richfield where early Friday morning, someone came forward with a social media post that was inappropriate, showed an individual with a replica AR-15 is what it turned out to be. But once they knew about that, they were able to respond. Police were immediately involved, and they could determine that it was a hoax, but it's those kinds of things that left untended, we don't know what's real and what's not.
And Rick, if I can just ask you, there's an awful lot of second guessing going on about, and even the police down in Uvalde are admitting they made a mistake by waiting so long. Your thoughts about that, and what are law enforcement here taught?
Well, law enforcement here are taught and trained, and I've worked with lots of law enforcement agencies, not only in Bloomington, but around the state. the protocol that was changed after Columbine. And that is the first person's on scene. You go to the sound of the shots or the commotion, if you will, and you're trained to neutralize that situation. You do not wait for others. You go, and if you unfortunately are taken down, the next person steps up and moves through there. The whole purpose is to stop the killing and the harm to others.
Okay. Well, Rick Kaufman, thank you so much, Emergency Management Director of the Bloomington Schools. We certainly appreciate your insights on this tragedy.
Thank you, Esme.